You retry and approach the Harlequin hate spawn. Maybe Egbert will notice your courage in approaching said Caligulous clown baby and praise you. You select your pistol, then you select your chump. Sure, why not? Picking the imp makes perfect sense. Look at its festive hat and visibly toed booties. You just get on over there and start to dance, knowing that this decision is the best and most logical one you could have made. You have done wrong. You have assumed the imp would automatically want to dance with you. It does not. The imp finds you unattractive and your behavior boorish. It slinks off, burning with embarrassment and a hot, peculiar shame, but, as a stroke of good fortune, then totally clicks with Tavros, who adopts it under the name Kid Impcarus. Time and kindness will help Kid Impcarus feel safe again. Sometimes the imp will still imagine the hot coals of your eyes upon it and your shitty attempt at the mashed potato, and know that though the nightmare may be over, some other terrors are still intact. You feel horrible. Your kissometer drops to 34%. Maybe you should just let Fefri gently embrace you and devour your woes.
Shh. Car crab. Shh.
I'm not even making any noise.
I can tell when someone is in awful emotional distress. I know what you're feeling, mister.
How in miserable troll hell could you know how I'm feeling?
I know you're lonely. I can tell you're frustrated and sad. You've been trying a really long time. Even I can see it. You're always at the end of your line, just flapping and wriggling and shouting. I think you should concentrate on this opportunity to dance and have a nice time for once.
It is a rare, strange day when Fefri Paces is not only talking sense, but talking vaguely cockle-warming sense. Up to cockle temperature occurs. You still burn with humiliation that she can see your heart staked squarely to your sleeve, but the pain is a low-sugar diet pain.
This is not part of my accepted prom experience. My prom experience, or prom-sperience, has to involve the second-degree burn of my emotional state, constantly exposed to lemon juice and Vriska.
It's okay to be sad, you know. It's okay to be sad, and it's even okay to be hateful. It's okay to feel lost and unhappy.
Yeah?
Yes! Gather up all these things, then give your broken spirit to the darkness.
You spend the rest of the song with your tears dripping gently into her décolletage. The tense extremes of horror are lessening, and you feel queerly drawn towards the color guard instead of fearing it. Eridan was wrong. Fefri smells enticingly of waterproof mascara. And then...
Hey, can I cut in?
Holy righteous king shits! Prom boss crisis mode! Press A! Press A!
You go dark. You slip into the fabled slow dance trance of the senior high schoolers, quaking all the while in cupcake-fueled throes at the refreshment table. You advise John not to be alarmed as he is bathed in the miasma of corsage shadow that radiates even now off the shitty decorations. Stupendous and unheard-of splendors await you, and you shall seek them soon. But John fails not to be alarmed. This is because, as is now painfully obvious to anyone with a brain, you have basically gone completely off the deep end in every way. You have officially gone prom dark. This is stupid!
Is that a yes?
It's up to Car Crab. Car Crab and the dark, many-serrated claw of inescapable providence.
It's just that I have your cell phone, dude. You left it in my coat pocket.
Oh! Shit. Thanks, Egbert.
You have like 6 squillion Kanaya messages, but I didn't read them. Scout's honor.
John, at no point in your life were you ever a grub scout.
So, can I friend thief this guy, Miss Pakesy's?
Go dance, Car Cat.
This is it. Your destiny. The final countdown. You have the moves, you know the streets, and the games will begin. Who are you kidding? You're better off posing as a one-man failure because shit just deteriorated.
Sorry if I interrupted.
You're not sorry in the slightest. I could be pledging my grandular fidelity in the most solemn of quadrant ceremonies, and you'd bucktooth your way in all. Durr, Car Cat, can I interrupt? Of course I can. Your priority is me and my brain cell.
Wouldn't I be your best man here, dude?
My what?
Your best man. Your support. Your main ally in, this bro coterie?
Maybe as my worst man.
That wasn't a bad one.
I know, I'm funny as fuck.
Just as long as I'm your man somehow.
John winks at you in the rakish way he practiced for 2 hours in front of the mirror. You know he did because you were there. His eyes are the exact color of blueberry roll-up snacks. You are so glad you could be mad at him anyway.
You're my man like a leper has leprosy. It wasn't asked for, it was not planned, and now I have to base the rest of my fucking life around what people are going to think of my awful appearance and wan moaning. All my protests echo up into space, unheard of by a god who long since abandoned me for this transgression.
This is a lie. For you, there is no god. Over at the DJ table, Strider gives you the slightest of nods. Then he works his mystery moron magic and the song changes. John's eyes get big and round and he has the reaction any bulge munch has to bad music. Yanks you into an overclose embrace and wraps your arms around his neck. He looks nigh on blissed out with stupidity. How was anyone allowed to get so terrifyingly handsome?
Holy shit. Open Arms is our slow dance jam, Carcat.
We have about 5 slow dance jams, and all of them are vile.
Except Open Arms.
Except Open Arms.
This is a lie. You hate Journey. You hate the way that John in slow dance mode snuggles his cheek next to your temple and holds you in front of everyone and doesn't even care. How both of you by now have worked out the exact shuffle of each other's bodies, so if you stepped on his feet, you were doing it on purpose. You hate how he locks his arms low on your waist, tighter than an airplane seatbelt. You hate how if you both were any closer right now, you'd be epidemically fused or doing it. You hate how instead of biting off an ear and punching his snout, you kinda deadweight your head on his shoulder and pretend you're having a nap. You are sure this brutal act convinces everyone around that you are not cuddling. You have never cuddled. You will never cuddle. You hate how John sings the lyrics as you dance.
So here I am.
Shut up.
With open arms.
Shut up!
Hoping you'll see what your love means to me.
Shut up!
Open arms.
It'll be broken arms in less than a second.
We are the best at prom, dude. Possibly ever.
Of course we fucking are.
You hopeless ass truck. Then it happens. Like the collapse of a democratic government into conservative hyper-tyranny or discontinuation of your favorite ice cream flavor, inevitability rears its pustulant head. They never did make double cherry chocolate birthday cake grub crunch again. John's hands touch your butt. There is butt touching. His fingers lieth not in the no trolls land between hips and gluteus. Nay, they settle right the fuck atop ass. You make a sound like a lawnmower failing to start, but this does not deter him. John simply places his hands there and carries on. This is not the first time butt touch has eventuated. You have been butt touched before. You were an old, weary hand, or butt at this. The memory is dim with hee-haw, but that fateful Disney kiss involved way too much of him awkwardly patting your posterior. You will not even go into last year's prom. John Egbert has his hands on you. John Egbert is mumbling Journey lyrics into your hairline. John Egbert is probably 3 seconds off referring to you as his hummingbird.
John, stop letting shit dribble from your gibber hole and listen to me!
What's up?
Goodness, I don't fucking know. Perhaps it's your hands, militia, stampeding my butt prairie.
Your pants were wrinkled. I wanted to smooth them out.
You cannot believe the shit you are hearing.
Nobody likes wrinkly pants. Dad would have gone and thrown those in the dryer with half a cup of water and a bounce sheet. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you furious.
What?
So now I'm touching your butt to cover up the fact that you had wrinkly pants. It is the perfect plan. It's okay, Carcat. I care about you, right? I promise I'll always touch your butt if I have to, because you're my little hummingbird.
Ah!
My heterosexual hummingbird. Humming, bro?
Then he squashes an inept kiss to your forehead. So gently. Your heart crunches like a stepped-on Cheeto. You are going to lose it.
I am through with your shit!
You abscond. Where? You cannot say. How long? For always. You have enough cupcake crumbs in your pockets to keep you alive indefinitely. Goodbye forever.
LOL.